I've got a poem today which has been in the gestation period for a long time, mainly because I never put the time aside to finish it off. But it's a poem that highlights there are things that are around us every day that we don't see, we're not aware of, they're not in our consciousness. And because they're not something that is in our consciousness, they're just not in our awareness. We don't perceive them, we don't pay attention to them, they're not significant. And so for all intents and purposes, they don't exist, basically. To us, they don't exist. And you know, this was highlighted for me when in '88 I travelled around half of Australia, and I started bird watching on that journey. So left from Adelaide, went around and started bird watching, came back, and when I came back to Adelaide, I was aware of all these birds that were living in Adelaide, which I'd been completely oblivious to. And the important thing about having your eyes opened like that is, once your eyes are opened, they can never be shut again. So even if I wasn't still interested in birds, I would be aware of the fact that there are birds. I've seen them, and it was part of my habit to perceive birds, and I would see birds. Whereas before I left Adelaide, those birds might as well not have existed from my point of view, because I didn't see them. If you drive down any of the major roads in Adelaide, if you drive down from Port Augusta to Adelaide, or if you drive around the suburbs, down Portrush Road, for example, in Adelaide, you will see trucks full of animals going to the abattoir. In Adelaide, you mainly see chickens, and you'll hear also pigs and sea pigs being transported to the abattoirs. Where I live in Wilmington, I have what I call death trucks passing by my house every day, mainly full of camels or horses going to the abattoirs at Peterborough, but sometimes they have cattle and sheep. When I was driving to work one day, quite a few years ago, I saw one of these trucks approaching down Stewart Highway and pulled over and jotted down, or actually made a voice memo of the first few lines of this poem. So here's this poem called You Know It's a Sin. Death trucks rolling past, animals going to breathe their last. Take it in, take it deep within. You know it's a sin to take a life. You know it's a sin. We are blind to suffering around us. We think it's normal. So normal we don't see. Tens of thousands of animals every day, travelling, crowded, with tickets just one way. Standing in, above and below their piss and shit. No choice, nothing else to do with it. Hot or cold, hardship doesn't matter. Don't lose condition, more money if they're fatter. No food, no water, unable to move or stretch. Try to sell in good times, more money they will fetch. I was blind to this for over 40 years. Now I can see it clearly through my tears. I ate meat and dairy like all the rest, never thinking but believed it was best. Believing meat and dairy would make you strong. Now I know that's completely wrong. No one thought about the animals and their pain. Eating them was natural, as right as rain. Now my eyes are opened wide, even if I wanted to, from the truth I can't hide. Death trucks rolling past, animals going to breathe their last. Take it in, take it deep within. You know it's a sin to take a life. You know it's a sin. We are shut off from our feelings and our thoughts. We participate in cruelty and violence without remorse. We don't think, don't feel, we don't want to know. This killing is natural or necessary. We need meat to grow. If we looked at the footage from factory farms, looked at the slaughterhouses and all of the harms, if we looked at how the animals struggle and fear when they see their comrades and own death come near, if we let ourselves feel for what for them is so real, the chasm between us and nature could heal. Death trucks rolling past, animals going to breathe their last. Take it in, take it deep within. You know it's a sin to take a life. You know it's a sin